What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Ja'Tavion Sanders, tight end from Texas. Right now, he's being listed at 6'4", 243 pounds. Very good athlete for the position, that's for sure. Has some real speed to him as a tight end. Really good yak guy. Will absolutely lower his shoulder and run you over. Very good in scramble drills as well. So if his quarterback is scrambling, he's very good at knowing when to come back to the ball, when he should continue running his route, just depending on the way his quarterback is running. And just basically just try to find open space to make the quarterback's life easier. Really good body control and a great catch radius, which is fantastic. Not a crazy route runner, though. And also, I have noticed some focus drop problems. Overall, his hands are very good, but sometimes he does try to turn and run with the ball before he actually looks it in, and he ends up with drops. I noticed that they line him up in H-back, in the slot, in line, and out wide. And I'd say he has the attitude and the willingness to block, but I think he needs to get a little bit bigger and stronger, and overall, I think his technique could be better. I think he could probably stand to block with a better base. His feet tend to get a little bit narrow. And I also think he needs to get his hands inside. Overall, I don't really think his blocking is great. But he is showing to be a willing blocker, and he's got a decent amount of anger to him. He just needs to improve on a technical level, and I think he does. Like I said, I do think he needs to get a little bit stronger. I think he is a solid prospect. I see him most likely as more of a second-round pick. I have a hard time giving tight ends first-round grades. Honestly, Brock Bowers is probably going to be the only one this year. But overall, I do like him. I see him mostly as a receiving tight end with blocking upside. That is something that is going to have to improve. And like I said, I do think he could stand to get a little bit bigger. And I think at least a year or two in an NFL strength and conditioning program will kind of help with that. But I do think he's a good player. Now, don't be surprised, and I'll say this with pretty much any tight end. Don't be shocked if his rookie year isn't amazing. Sam Laporta obviously had a great year this past season, but generally speaking, tight ends don't usually explode on the scene in their rookie year. It's one of the harder positions to just come out of college and play, both from a physical aspect and from a mental aspect. There's a lot to learn. Just from the playbook wise, like you basically have to learn the playbook of the offensive lineman and the wide receivers. Like you basically have to know both. And also just from a physical aspect, trying to get strong enough to be able to handle the tight end position at the NFL level. Like generally speaking, you're going to take a year or two before you really blow up on the scene as a tight end. Sam Laporta obviously came in and had a very good season. Dalton Kincaid to a degree too, but Buffalo kind of gave him a specific role. And I think Ja'Tavion Sanders could fill a similar role to Dalton Kincaid, like just using him as a receiving tight end. That could be something you could do if you end up with him. So, at least until you develop his blocking a little. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.